Magandang araw! April Marcas po, ang inyong pretty ate sa Edtech Unit. Alam ba ninyo na may webinar o online training session ng Edtech Unit tuwing Sabado? Ang araw na ito ay nakalaan para sa ating mga mahal na kaguruan upang turuan sila ng mga bagong kaalaman at kakayahan sa paggamit ng makabagong software at applications para sa pinaka-epektibong paraan at lubos mapagpusay ang kanilang paraan ng pagtuturo. This is also a refresher session for our beloved teachers to enhance their skills in technology. Every Saturday, we will conduct webinar sessions for teachers about the use, advantages, and relevance of different blended learning software applications. Ang webinar seryeng ito ay magsisimula ng alas 9 ng umaga hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali para sa morning session. Magsisimula naman ng alauna at magtatapos ng alas 4 ng hapon ang afternoon session. You can watch us in our DepEd Edtech Unit Facebook page, Educational Technology Unit YouTube channel, DepEd Tayo, and DepEd Philippines. Kita-kits tayo tuwing Sabado!
Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, nagbabalik po ako para naman sa Math 8. So, ako muna po ang sasalo kay Tutor Joshua para samahan kayong aralin ang Week 1 lesson ng Math 8. Ayan. So, let me share my screen. Ayan. So, naglo-load pa po. Ayan na. Okay, kita na yung ating slides. Right. Slideshow natin. So again, this is ETUlay online tutorial. So libreng-libre po ito. Just make sure na nakafollow po kayo sa Facebook pages ng DepEd at ng Edtech Unit. So yung ating pong module na pinagbasihan para sa ating lesson this afternoon na Mathematical System, Quarter 3, Week 1 ay galing po sa Region 7 ng the Schools Division of Negros Oriental at narito po ang kanilang development team, yung writer, editors, reviewers, and the management team. So again, thank you po sa ating Division of Negros Oriental ng Region 7. So ito po si Tutor Joshua. So for the meantime, dahil medyo abala po siya sa mga panahong ito, ako muna po ang sasalo sa kanya. So this is every Friday mula 2:20 hanggang 3 o'clock ng hapon. So 40 minutes po tayo mag-aaral ng lesson sa Math 8. Yan. So objectives po natin. Pero bago yan, nais ko muna pong batiin syempre yung ating mga buenamanong nag-comment. Ayan po, si Maureen Kimod, waiting siya kanina. Ayan, so nag-start na tayo, Ma'am Maureen Kimod. Si Ma'am Marian Naval Quintano, good afternoon po. Ayan, mula sa SDO Likab Annex. Si Ma'am Marites Lahom Lazaro, si Ma'am Rosemary Aquino Reyes, good afternoon po. Ma'am Maris Bolanos, Ma'am Kael Bautista, grade 8 po ito. Good afternoon po, Ma'am Rosel Gina, Ma'am Arcel Akailar, good afternoon. So, ang objectives po natin ay ang sumusunod. So, we have to describe a mathematical system, we have to illustrate the need of an axiomatic structure of a mathematical system in geometry. And we have to recall terminologies, properties, postulates, and theorems na natutuhan natin mula noong inaral natin ang geometry sa baitang ikapito. Yan, grade 7 geometry. So what is a mathematical system? It is a collection of facts that are developed and organized to help unify concepts in mathematics. So ang aim nito ay mapag-isa yung ating pagkakaintindi sa mga concepts, okay, ng sa mathematics. So kumbaga ito yung standard na. And then it consists of a set or the universe labeled as U, of the undefined terms, which are composed of a point, a line, and a plane. So this is a point. It has no dimension. It is only used to indicate a location. Whereas a line naman, it is one-dimensional. Okay, it has a length, indefinite length. And then the plane, it extends indefinitely in both directions. Yeah. So those are the undefined terms na nababanggit na nung elementary pa lamang tayo. So of course, bukod sa undefined terms, meron din tayong mga defined terms na galing naman doon sa mga undefined. So these are sentences that explain the meaning of concepts. And itong mga postulates or axioms, these are statements that we accept as true statements even if, okay, without proof. So we assume them to be true kahit walang proof. Theorems naman ay statements that can be proven by a chain of reasoning. I think towards the end of second quarter sa Math 8, at isa sa mga session ni Tutor Joshua ay yung pagpo-prove, okay, using yung tinatawag na two-column proof. Okay? Meron din tinatawag na direct or indirect proof. Ang indirect proof is, I think, yung paggamit ng contradiction or proving by contradiction. Okay, corollaries. These are propositions that follow from statements already proved or proven. So, parang ano siya, consequence ng isang theorem. Ang lemma naman, it is a subsidiary or intermediate theorem in an argument or proof. So, kung meron kang pinuprove, ang lemma ay makakatulong para, okay, mas may pagpatuloy mo yung proof mo. So, it is a minor, kumbaga, minor statement, wherein the theorem is the major one. Or lemma is the minor result. Ayan. So, what are the postulates or axioms? There are 5 from Euclidean geometry. So, ang first axiom natin, okay, ito yung kanyang illustration. You see a segment, okay, that connects 2 endpoints. So, the first axiom states that you can join any 2 points using exactly one straight line segment. So, ibig sabihin, if this is point A, okay, wait lang, gawin ko yung aking pointer. Asan ba ang ating maging pointer? Wala. Yan. Hindi siya pwede maiba. So, if these are the endpoints, okay, or the 2 points, so you can only, okay, create a segment containing these 2 points, okay, na isa lang pwedeng line segment na mag-connect ng dalawang endpoints na yan. Sa second axiom naman, you can extend any line segment to an infinitely long line. So, ibig sabihin, ang line segment AB, for example, this one, ang line segment AB, okay, you can extend it infinitely, okay, to form line AB. So, because a line segment is part of a line. That is why the name is line segment. It is part of a line. Okay. Now, third axiom, given a point P and a distance R, okay, you can draw a circle with center P and radius R. So, meaning, okay, yung P dito ay yung center, whereas yung isa pang point dito, okay, has a distance from the point P labeled as R. And you can create a circle out of it. Yan. So, kumbaga, parang if you're using a chalk and like a straw, tapos meron pang isang parang chalk doon, pwede mong i-fix yung isang chalk para yun yung maging center ng circle, tapos i-extend mo hanggang sa gusto mo yung isa pang yung straw para mabuo mo yung circle. Okay? Kumbaga, yung radius ng circle ay nakadepende sa magiging layo ng point from the center. So that is the third axiom. Now, the fourth axiom states that any two right angles are congruent. So, whether they are both parts of a shape or a polygon or not, okay, basta right angles ang dalawang angles, they are congruent because they both measure 90 degrees. So, ang right angles ay ang mga angle na may sukat na 90 degrees. Okay? That's the fourth axiom. So, nakikita niyo yan sa mga proof. Okay? Na any two right angles are congruent. Now, the fifth axiom states that given a line L, so this is that line L, parang kulay indigo ba ito? Yan, this is line L. Or usually, di ba, pag isang letter lang, small letter ang ginagamit natin. So, pero pag for this discussion, gamit natin yung big letter L. Okay? And a point P, not on line L. So, ito siya. So, the point P is on the other line, na orange yung ating illustration dito. So, that's point P. There is exactly one line through P that is parallel to L. So, you are given one line, which is line L in this case, and there is a point, okay, na hindi part ng line L. At sa point na yon, may iisang line lang na pwedeng dumaan, whereas that line is parallel to the given line L. So, ito din ay nagagamit natin sa proof. Lalo na kapag nag-prove tayo ng involving quadrilaterals, especially parallelograms. Okay, next. So, let's try answering this assessment. Part A, lifted from the module, naka-indicate. Okay, si Sir Joshua ang gumawa nito. Si Sir Joshua ang gumawa ng slides na to. So, na-specify niya mismo ang page number. So, page 9 ito. So, let's write T if the statement is true and F if the statement is false. So, number 1. So, are you ready to answer true or false test? Saan na? Ayan, sa mga humahabol na bumati, magandang hapon po ulit sa inyo. A corollary is a theorem that follows on from another theorem. Is this statement true or false? Again, a corollary is a theorem that follows on from another theorem. This statement is true. So, letter T ang ating sagot dyan. Next, a postulate is a statement that is accepted true even without proof. So, recall of definitions tayo sa mga nabanggit na terminologies kanina. So, is a postulate a statement that is accepted true even without proof? Yan. Yes, good afternoon, Miss Chari Sunico. So, the second statement is also true. So, again, remember, ang postulate, or also known as axiom, it is accepted true kahit walang proof. Okay? At 5 yung ating na-discuss na axioms kanina. Next, a lemma is a major result of a theorem. So, this one naman, di ba ang lemma ay isang subsidiary or intermediary statement. Okay? So, halimbawa nito, for example, you are asked to prove if a prime number P divides, let's say, the product of 2 raised to 100 times 3 raised to 93. Yan. So, ang lemma na pwede mo makreate out of that is that if a prime number P divides, okay, AB, okay, the number is AB. So, A times B. Therefore, prime number P divides either A or B. So, that is considered a lemma. Isang statement na magagamit mo to go on with your proof. So, therefore, it is not a major result. It is a minor one lang. Okay? So, kumbaga less important siya. So, it's false. Next, 2 points determine a line. 2 points determine a line. Is this true or false? Na kapag may 2 points ka, pwede ka na makabuo ng isang linya. Is that true? Yes, it is. So we only need 2 points para mabuo ang isang linya. And, di ba, since points are named, okay, using capital letters, so we name a line using 2 capital letters. For example, point A and point B are on the same line. Therefore, that line can be named as line AB or line BA. Okay. Angle bisector. Yan. The term bisector, is a ray that divides the angle into 2 unequal angles. So, kapag ang isang ray ay termed as angle bisector, divides the angle into 2 unequal. So, nagmamatch ba yung word na bisector doon sa word na unequal? Statement 5, true or false? And have you encountered the term bisector? So, pag sinabing bisector, okay, nagdi-divide tayo ng isang angle, ng isang line. So, for this particular statement, angle ang dinidivide natin into 2 equal angles. So, statement 5 is false. So, kapag angle bisector, it divides the angle into 2 equal or into 2 congruent angles or angles, okay, that are of the same degree measure. Okay? Yan. So, tama ka, Tyrone. Jiking Ladanan, dapat because divides equal angles dapat. Yan. Okay. Next, assessment. Still on page 9. Identify natin what is being described. Yan. A triangle whose 3 angles are congruent. Yan. So, angles ito So, hindi naman side. So, what do we call a triangle na ang angles, lahat ng angles niya ay congruent? Ibig sabihin, lahat ay 60. Kasi sa isang triangle, ang sum ng measure ng tatlong angles ay 180. Do you remember what we call a triangle which has 3 congruent angles? Yan, we have an answer from Ma'am Arcel Acailar. Equiangular. Yan. Ang regular triangle, Mr. Mervin Victor, I think, refers to that triangle na hindi lang ang angles ang equal, pati sides. Kumbaga, equiangular, equilateral pa siya. That's a regular triangle. Kagaya sa square. A square is a regular quadrilateral because all of its sides are congruent and all of its angles are congruent as well. So this is equiangular triangle. From the, prefix ba tawag doon? Prefix na equi meaning equal. Tapos angular from the word angle. So equal angles. Next, so in this example, where we have triangle ABC, we say that angle A is congruent to angle B, congruent to angle C. So all of them, okay, measures 60 degrees. That's why we have the equation. So ang basa dito sa M, followed by the symbol for angle, tapos big letter A is measure of angle A. So the measure of angle A equals measure of angle B equals measure of angle C equals 60 degrees. So lahat sila ay may 60 degree na measure. Next. So let's identify what is being described. Okay? What do we call two intersecting lines that form right angles? Okay. So si Sir Marvin Victorio, automatic, if triangles are equiangular, they are regular triangles. So, kasi po ang ating binibigyan ng pansin dito ay yung pagiging equal ng angle. So, tama naman din po yung inyong nasabi. Thank you, sir, for that. Okay. Okay. Yan, meron na tayong sagot. Ayan, si Sir Marvin ulit. At ang mga kasunod niya nag-comment, Tyrone Ladanan, Romel Delingon, Chari Sunico, and Arcel Acailar ulit. Perpendicular lines, yes. So, ang tawag sa dalawang lines na nagmi-meet to form right angles. So, dito we have line AB intersecting line CD at point E, wherein naka-indicate na merong, okay, right angle na na-form. Hindi lang isa lang yan. Hindi lang isa yan ha. Apat yan. So, meron tayong symbol dito for perpendicularity. So, perpendicular lines. So, hindi lang sila basta nag-meet, nag-create pa sila ng right angles. Right, perpendicular lines. Sorry. So we have the statement, line AB is perpendicular to line CD at point E. So this symbol here means perpendicular. Tapos itong E, syempre, is read to be as point E. Okay. Next. Yan. A triangle whose two sides have equal measures. Yes, tama ka, Stephanie Giang. Yeah, perpendicular lines nga yun. Yes. So, statement number 3, what is being described by the statement? A triangle whose two sides have equal measures. So, in this particular illustration, in triangle PQR, side PQ is and side PR are equal in length. Yes, we have an answer already coming from Rain Galos. Yes, that is correct. It is an isosceles triangle or isosceles triangle. Yes, tama. Yan. I think as early as 3rd grade math, nababanggit na yan, no? Yung classification of triangles according to sides and according to angles. Yes, tama rin po kayo. Miss Sunico, kay Muanya, kay Delingon, kay Ladanan, ang Golwan. Yes, tama ka ulit, Giang. Isosceles triangles. So, hindi siya dapat line. Isosceles triangles. Yes. So, tama ka din. Silverio Canilang Rosario. Thank you for your participation. So, isosceles triangle. So, again, we have the statement in triangle PQR. So, ang basa dito, kapag dalawang big letters magkarugtong or magkatabi at walang horizontal bar, ang basa dyan ay length of line segment PQ. So, length of line segment PQ equals length of line segment PR. Or we can also say length of side PQ equals length of side PR because the line segments are the sides of the triangle. Or we also say that line segment PQ or side PQ is congruent to side PR or line segment PR. Okay, next. So we have to define the following terms. Anyone? Sino ang kabisado ang definition ng acute angle? So ang acute angle, kapag we want to illustrate it to younger learners, di ba sabi natin, parang big siya ng ibon, kumbaga narrow yung opening niya, or parang it resembles somehow the less than symbol. So what do we know about acute angle? So this is a classification of angle according to degree measure. Yes, sa mga mahabol na isosceles triangle, tama po kayo. Sir Rick, Laika Jane Lissing. Yan. Yan. So, okay. So hindi lang siya basta whose measure is less than 90 dapat. It is an angle whose measure is greater than 0. Okay, dapat may greater than 0 but less than 90. Ayan, parang nilecture na tayo ni Sir Sir Anguluan. Kompleto yung kanyang binigay na statement. So may acute, may obtuse, may right. Okay? So ang acute angle, it is an angle whose measure is greater than 0 but less than 90 degrees. Yeah. Okay? Tama. Or it measures between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. As an example, ito nga pong angle sa ibaba ng ating slide. Next. Okay? So pag right angle, ito naman yung angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. So, kapag dinidiscuss natin ito, di ba, sa aking mga fellow math teachers, ang ating dinidescribe sa mga bata is the angle is, parang it resembles the shape of letter L. Next slide. Yan. So, it is an angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. So, right angle yan. Okay, tama yung mga sumagot na equal to 90 degrees. Yes. Rain Galos, Hello po. Hello sa buong SDO Laguna. Next. Ayan. So, bago tayo pumunta sa number 3, so, aside from right angle, we also have, di ba, yung obtuse angle or obtuse angle. Ito naman yung parang beach chair. Di ba? Parang naka-recline yon. So, beach chair. Yun naman yung nagme-measure more than 90 but less than 180. Okay. Another. Before we proceed. What do we call an angle that measures exactly 180 degrees? Anyone? Yes, tama ka, Miss Steph Giang. Yes. So, mukhang marami ka namang baon today. Yes, hindi ka lang ganong confident ba? But you are right. Thank you for your participation. Ayan, again, what do we call an angle whose measure is more than, hindi pala, exactly 180 degrees? Yan, tama, Sir Marvin. Straight angle. Kumbaga, pag straight angle, it resembles or it is a straight line. It is an angle that form a straight line. Okay? Yes, very good. Straight angle. Tama. Okay? Next one. Ano naman kapag yung angle, it measures more than 180 pero less than 360? Kagaya nung angle, isang angle sa, hindi, yung mga ibang angles sa star. Tama? Diba sa star, may mga angles doon na more than 180 degrees pero less than 360 degrees. Anong tawag doon? Yes, tama yung mga humabol ng sagot na straight angle. Yes. Very good, Ma'am Arcel. Tama po yan. Reflex angle. Hello po kay Ma'am Julian Logroño from Rojas Comprehensive High School. Tama po rin si Ma'am Sonia Santos, reflex angle. Ma'am Flor de Liza Liaño, reflex. Tama. Ma'am Luz Minda Sagum, reflex angle. At yun yung mga iba sumunod. Yes, tama po kay reflex angle. What about naman yung angle that measures exactly 360 degrees? Are you familiar with the term? It measures exactly 360 degrees. Kumaga isang ano yun? Isang full rotation, tama? So kumbaga parehas ang terminal side kapag 0 degree angle at 360 degree angle. Yan, very good. I saw the term. Tama si Sir Marvin. Perigon, yes. Thank you po, Sir Marvin. That's perigon, tama. Yan. So, perigon yung term na ginagamit to refer to an angle whose degree measure is 360 degrees. Yan. Okay, so we go to this angle pair. So, we have supplementary angles. So, we see from the illustration, meron tayong dalawang angles. So, magkahiwalay sila. Yung isa, 117 degrees at yung isa, 63 degrees ang measure. So, what do we know about supplementary angles? Or what can we say about them based on this illustration? So, I saw the answer from Ma'am Chari Sunico. Yes, two angles, okay, whose measure add up to 180 degrees. Yes, pag pinag-add mo ang 117 at 63, you'll get 180. Ibig sabihin, pag pinagtabi mo yan, naging adjacent, meaning they share a common side, you're going to have a straight line. You're going to have angles on a line. So two angles are supplementary if the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. Tama po yan. Or, ulit po tayo, ibig sabihin, we say that 63 degrees is the supplement of 117 degree angle. Wait, let me correct that. A 63 degree angle is the supplement of a 117 degree angle. Similarly, 117 degree angle is the supplement of a 63 degree angle. So they are the supplement of each other. Okay, so kung meron tayong supplementary, we also have complementary. So ang complementary naman, as exemplified by these two angles here, okay, where one measures 27 degrees, the other measures 63 degrees. Okay, the angles in the pair, okay, will add up. Their measures will add up to 90 degrees. Si Ma'am Rain Galos ulit nakasagot. Thank you for your comment po. So, complementary angles, their measures add up to 90 degrees rather. Yan. So, two angles are complementary if the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. So, we say that a 63-degree angle is the complement of a 27-degree angle. And similarly, 27-degree angle is the complement of a 63-degree angle. Yes. So, tama yung mga nagsabi ng the sum is 90 degrees. Yes. Riza Prestijo, si Jonah Asuncion, si Joshua Saligumba Muanya, si Jeneline Palabay. Yan, si Charlie Sunico ulit. Yes. Sir Rick, two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Tama. Thank you for your comments. Next. We also have the segment addition postulate. Sige nga. Sa segment addition postulate, so we can see here in the illustration that we have a line segment containing points A, B, and C. So the line segment AC has endpoints A and C. And it is indicated here that the length is 10 units. Now, since we have another point on the segment which is point B, meron tayong dalawang segments pa, segment AB and line segment BC. Whereas, line segment AB measures 7 units long, while segment BC measures 3 units long. So, anong ibig sabihin ng, or ano ang kiniklaim ng segment addition postulate? So, it says, or it states that, if points A, B, and C are collinear, meaning the points are on the same line. So, you can create a straight line out of the points. And B is between A and C, okay? So, yung B lying between point A and C on the line segment, it follows that, okay, the measure of line segment AB plus the measure of line segment BC must be equal to the measure of line segment AC. So, I think this is also the definition of, or somehow, ano ba, almost the same ba sa betweenness of a point. Okay? So, if point B is between points AC on line segment AC, it follows then that the line segment AB, okay, its length when added by the length of line segment BC will be equal to the length of the line segment AC. Yes. Okay, next. Linear pair postulate. Yan. So, it's also a postulate because we accept it as a true statement even without proof. O linear pair. So, we have two angles here. Angle DBA, or could also be named as angle ABD. It measures 53 degrees. And angle DBC, or angle CBD, it measures 127 degrees. So, what do we know now about linear pair postulate? So, the illustration, okay, indicates that the lines, or the angles rather, are on a straight line and they share a common side, which is side DB. And we can also see that 53 degrees when increased by 127 degrees, or meaning when we add the measures of the two angles, we get 180 degrees. So let me see the... Yeah. Pag napapasok tayo ng mga ibang nagko-comment dito. Ayan, adjacent to each that makes a line. Sige, i-improve natin yung ating sagot Tyrone Ladanan. Ayan. So if two angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. Ayan. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng linear pair? When do angles form a linear pair? So, meaning, linear pair meaning dalawang angles yan. From the word linear meaning, they are on the same line. So, they are adjacent. Okay? They share a common side, not only a common vertex. So, when two angles form a linear pair, automatically, they are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180 degrees. Okay? the sum of their degree measures is 180 degrees. Okay. Next. Yan. Vertical angle theorem. Okay. Sorry. So, na-flash na natin yung definition. Pag vertical lang angles, they are said to be congruent. Okay? In some references, ang vertical angles are termed as opposite angles. Yan. Si Sir Marvin yung kanina niya. Two adjacent angles whose non-common sides. Ayan, tama. So, tama yung definition ni Sir Marvin. O yung balikan natin sa kanina. So, ito. So, ito yung common side ng dalawang angles. So, the non-common sides, meaning side AB and side BC, okay, they form a straight line. That is correct. So, we see na kapag nagdugtong yung angle ABD at angle CBD, okay, they form their non-common sides, AB and BC, will form a straight line. Yan. Okay, Ma'am Chari, when they are supplementary and have a common side, yes. Balik tayo sa vertical angle theorem, or just like what I said kanina, ang vertical angles sa ibang references ay opposite angles. So, unlike adjacent angles, ang vertical angles, they only share a common vertex. Ayan. So, ang vertex, syempre, dun yung, kumbaga, yun yung intersection ng mga ray. Okay? Or ng mga segments that form the angle. So, we have here an angle measuring 145 degrees, an angle measuring 35 degrees, an angle measuring 145 degrees also, and an angle measuring 35 degrees again. Ayan. Yan. So, opposite angle formed by two intersecting lines. Yan. So, opposite angles formed, tama. Formed by two intersecting lines. So, may dalawang lines na nag-intersect sa illustration dito. This is line 1, this is line 2. So, when the two lines meet, okay, apat na angles ang na-create. And there are two pairs, okay, of these angles that share a common vertex. So, itong angle na measuring 145 degrees at itong angle na measuring 145 degrees also. Their only common thing is yung vertex nila. Okay? And they are facing parang opposite directions. Yung isa parang dito, yung isa sa baba. And we also have the pair, okay, where each angle in the pair measures 35 degrees, okay? And they only share a common vertex as well. So, ibig sabihin, we can state that vertical angles are congruent. Yan. So, vertical angles are congruent. So, when two lines intersect, there are two pairs of vertical angles. Okay? Now, aside from having such two pairs of vertical angles, what else can we say when two lines intersect? As in connection with the other theorem or postulate na binanggit natin kanina, yung LPP, linear pair postulate. Okay? Di ba we see here ilang pares ng linear pair? So we have the linear pair, ito. So, let's look at this line. Ito. Parang, meron ba akong pwedeng gawin para mag-iba yung pointer ko? Wala yata. Wala. Hindi pwede yata ibahin. Ito, pointer options. Yan. Ito pala eh. Okay, so we have this straight line here. Okay. And on this line, we see two angles, tama? That are adjacent. Yung 145-degree angle and 35-degree angle. So, they form a linear pair. They are adjacent angles and they are supplementary. So, that's one pair already. So, we can also see on this line pa din, pero sa ibaba naman, kaya ito, yung 145-degree angle and 35-degree angle also. So, these two also form a linear pair. So, that's another pair. Okay? Next, let's look at this line. So, sa line na to, both sides, okay, we can see another 2 linear pairs. Okay, sa parang kaliwa dito, 35 and 145 degree angles. So that's the third linear pair. And the fourth one will be coming from the other side of the line, yung 145 degrees and 35 degrees. Yan. So again, when two lines intersect, okay, there are 2 pairs of vertical angles and there are 4 linear pairs. Yan. Wait lang. Tingnan ko lang ha kung meron pa ba. Let me change the pointer. Nakakasunod naman, no? So, salamat sa mga kasamahan din natin sa departamento ng mga math teacher na nakasubaybay ngayon. Sa mga inyong mga comments po. Wait, ayan. Okay, so I think that is the end of this afternoon session for Math 8. So, wait lang. Pero, dahil meron pa tayong time, yan. It's 3:06 pa lang, ano, because Math 8 is from 2:20 hanggang, ay, hindi, tama naman. Hanggang alas 3 lang pala. Sorry, nag-overtime na pala tayo. Ayan. So, that ends our session for today, for this afternoon, for Math 8, Week 1. So, thank you for your participation again. Thank you for supporting ETUlay. So, i-share po natin ang live streaming po or yung mga videos kapag na-upload na po or nag-stay na sa page na DepEd tayo, DepEd Philippines at ng Edtech Unit Facebook page. So, salamat po ulit. I'll see you again next week po for another Math Talino Day. Salamat po and keep safe always.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan sa Lunes mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Science. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!